Welcome to the world of I Create Lines, human design, personal one-on-one readings, coaching and guidance, human design audio courses for your pace of learning, one-on-one accountability, support, talk therapy and holding space sessions, fascia maneuvers, emotional release, one-on-one coaching and guidance, free daily live movement classes on the Insight Timer app, breathwork, fascia maneuvers, lymph work and qigong. Always wanted hands-on treatment? Can't travel? I can come to you anywhere in the world. Contact for more information. Weekly Q&A sessions on the Insight Timer app. Free content, instructional ebooks and videos. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment and share. iCreatelines.com. Peace, health and abundance. Welcome Poonam. Can I get a confirmation that we got good audio and video today? Awesome, awesome. Welcome Melody. Welcome KC. Ask me anything, emotional, mental, spiritual health, human design, relationships, life advice, movement, and energy. My name is I Create Lines. I'm a human design guide, teacher, projector, 5-1 splenic projector. I teach movement classes here on Insight Timer. You can find my audio courses on my profile. Today we're having a Q&A where you can ask questions about things in your life or about things that I talk about. Feel free. We got some friendships going on in the chat. Poonam, how to protect my emotional health when situations around me isn't in my favor and makes me feel sad. That's a pretty broad question. I would like to ask you a few questions about it. So, situations around me isn't in my favor. What does that mean? What does that mean? I need you to give me a story. I need you to type out a story specifically about the people and you, and leave out any personal details that you want, but I assure you this is a safe place, and the more personal and specific you can be, the better answer you'll get. How are you doing this evening? Very good. The sun is still out. I'm doing very good, thank you so much. How to keep from taking on other people's bad or unhelpful emotions. You can't. You can't put a wall against energy. You can put a time limit on it, and you can put a different energy back. So you take on their bad or unhelpful emotions because you still feel you need to be what they are. So you don't have to be in the same emotion as other people. It's not easy to be what you want to be while feeling someone else's emotion. However, it is possible. You will not be able to guard, quote unquote, guard yourself from other people's energy. You will be able to choose, and you will be able to choose your own when other people's energy stops triggering you. And other people's energy will stop triggering you when the karmic lesson you have with that energy is done, when it's spent. So what is it when somebody in your family emits a certain type of energy and you get either mad or sad or agitated by it? Why? If there was no karmic tie anymore, you would not
it would not bother you. You would see them that that's their reality that they're choosing consciously or unconsciously. So there is still something inside you that wants to be there in a way. That has something else to learn. And either you have something to learn from that energy, or the lesson you are there to learn is to go away. So it's one of those two. Your lesson is either, why am I still drawn to this energy? Or your lesson is, why am I still drawn to this energy? You get the difference? Like, why am I still here when I could be somewhere else? Why am I still here? Let's just go somewhere else. That's your lesson. Or your lesson is, why am I still here? Let's stay here and see why am I still here. And if it's family, it could be obligation. So, if it's family, you need to have a better conversation with them, if possible, about boundaries. And if not possible, then just know when to go away. See them for 10 to 15 minutes. See them for half an hour each week. And then go away. And usually observation is key. If people are in a bad, quote unquote bad, let's say, dense emotional state, you can just observe them. Because most of the time, whatever you say, it's not going to do much. Because when people are in emotional states, they're not here. They're not even in their heart. So people think, okay, heart is the emotional center. No, the solar plexus is the emotional center. The heart is something else. Heart is much more balanced and in harmony with everything. The solar plexus is all over the place with most humans. So when you come across your parents or whoever, when they're in turbulent, volatile emotional states, and you kind of get caught up in it, you're not going to be able to speak reason to them so much. So just become the observer, and most of the time that's going to be enough from taking on their states. So since we are babies, we learn to mimic each other and to absorb each other's energy, and that's how you survive, that's how you learn. And then when you're around your family again, you think you have to do it all the time. But it's up to them. Yeah, if it's out of obligation, then yeah, you kind of have to do things differently. And it's not going to be easy from the beginning, you telling some of them to do stuff differently, or that you are going to be doing stuff differently. I got my little helpers here. Poonam, my short story. Because of some relatives interfering in our life, I'm not able to control my family habits, life the way I see correct. I know it's my expectation to give up controlling, but it's about my family and my home, so this makes me feel sad all day. Alright, this is the same question about boundaries. This is people who are not supposed to be in your life are kind of calling the shots. And yeah. So I'm not not able to control my family habits. I want to be free from this feeling, independent of any external situation, to feel happy. Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. I don't understand, like some relative interfering in our life, and you're not able to control family habits and life the way you see correct. Hi. Like that relative has different expectation for my family life than what I expect. Okay, so both of you have the same issue. Both of you want to be the leader, and I need you to look at what they're trying to control and then what you're trying to control, and then ask your family members what do they need. Not what you want, how you want things to look like. The best leader listens. The best, not the best, but true leaders listen to their followers. And what do the followers need? Not going headstrong how I want my family to look like, or how I want my children to be like, or my marriage to look like. It's going to depend on the other 50% of the marriage. It's going to depend on the other 80% of the family. If you are one half and your spouse is the other half and you got 3 kids, you are what, 20% of that? So it's not about control at all. It's about seeing what people need. What do I need? What do you need? What does my spouse need? What do my children need? Maybe that person, relative, is maybe they want what's best for you. Maybe you don't see the benefit. I'm just saying, I'm just giving you multiple perspective. Maybe that relative actually has good advice for you, but because there's somebody else doing something inside your family, giving some sort of advice, maybe there's good stuff in there. I don't know, I'm just saying. I don't know everything. It's someone in my in-laws that is trying to control. Okay. So, this was one perspective. The other perspective is, nobody that's actually a part of your family, that you don't want them to be a part of your family, they don't have a say in it. Like, we don't have an obligation to anyone in our lives to be next to anyone in our lives, even the closest family, even your child. Okay, if you made a child, you kind of have an obligation to take care of them until they are self-sufficient. Everything else, nobody has obligation towards anyone. My opinion is, if you made a human life, then you are indebted to that child. That child has nothing to give you back. If you made a child, you need to be there for that child. Other than that, that child has no guilt or debt to repay you, or anyone else for that matter. Only the parent to the children. That's the only obligation in the world one human has to another. Everything else is free will. Everything else is free will. So, for all friendships, all relationships, all authority, quote unquote authority, nobody has to do anything for another person. And you don't have to be there next to anyone, nor do you need to spend time and energy in being next to somebody. So you can love people from afar, even if they're in-laws. So it's all about communication. You need to communicate what you're communicating to me to your husband directly. Why don't you want them in your life? And tell him that this is very important to you. I don't want to hurt my husband disregarding the family belief. You gotta speak to him. All problems in life are lack of communication problems. Lack of saying, what do I need to feel normal and happy in this life? What do you need to feel normal and happy in this life? If this is not communicated on a daily basis, like goddamn on a daily basis, Think of your family as a small organization. You would want to have staff meetings, ideally every day if you had an organization. Let's do this with our relationships. Let's do it with our families. Every day, staff meeting. What's different than yesterday? What have you learned after yesterday? We need to sync up. We need to harmonize. Where is your life since yesterday? Where is my life since yesterday? If we're going to share energy, if we're going to share space, if we're going to do stuff together, if we're going to wash dishes together, I better know where you are. I better know how you feel. You better know what I'm thinking about. Because sharing energetic space is co-creating reality, guys. And if things are not communicated, you don't know where the other person is going karmically, quantum, and they don't know what you are thinking about. Somebody can have a trip to the grocery store and come back and they're a different person. You don't see somebody for 2 to 3 days. They're a different person, you're a different person. Let alone weeks and months and years. Every moment we change, every piece of content we watch, we are different people. Every meal we eat, you are a different person. So you need to have regular check-ins with all the people that you do anything with. Let alone year-long resentment, let alone things you haven't said for decades and you want to say them. So all of this stuff needs to be talked with your husband and then with those people. You will not be calm until it's resolved. And if it's not honest, like raw honesty, like I said to one of my friends recently, one day of intense, uncomfortable conversation can save you years of resentment. One day of crying and yelling and getting things out, finally saying what you want, getting the other person to say what they want, setting your boundaries, asking for their boundaries, changing things. One day of intense, uncomfortable conversation can save you 10 years of resentment and bitterness. And the whole family going in a direction nobody wants. What's worse? Resolve things while they are small. Kill the dragon while it's a baby. Kill the dragon while it's a baby. All donations greatly appreciated. Check out audio courses on my profile. Send inquiries through the DM on Insight Timer or find me in the world if you have any questions or inquiries for me. Ask me anything: emotional, mental, spiritual health, human design, relationships, life advice, movement, energy. I like dragons as well. I'm curious to know more about human design, how it can help me. It can help you in any area of your life. Absolutely any area. Like, this is a broad question, H. Give me a specific question. You give me what you need help with, and I'll tell you how human design can be there. If I feel purposeless and don't know what the point of life is, oh yeah, yes, human design can show you. It shows you that the emptiness that you feel is not lack, it's potential. You probably have open centers and you are identifying as if they are empty and needing to be filled, not realizing that these open centers in the body are receivers for energy. It's places where you are a sponge. You just need to go to places to fill up the sponge with good energy. But that doesn't mean that the purposelessness in human design is melancholy. And melancholy is the 50% of the chemical balance between extremely creative people. So you are an individual, a so-called creative individual like me. My whole chemistry is a pendulum swing between what's the point of life and let me create everything for 2 days and not sleep, and make 7 courses and paint 5 canvases and host calls and have clients and talks and Q&As, and then for 2 days, what's the point of all this? And then for 3 days, beautiful paintings come out of me and amazing content comes out of me and I have energy, and then for 3 days, what's the point of all this? So this is the basic pure individual circuitry, going from melancholy to extreme creativity. When you feel purposelessness, when you feel nihilism, that's the cocoon stage. Something is being birthed inside of you. Now is the optimum time to create. You feel, what's the point? Because nothing is interesting. Why is nothing interesting? Because you are now there to pull out something interesting out from you. This is why nothing is interesting right now for you. Because the next interesting thing needs to come from you. So what's the point? No movies are fun enough anymore. Food, meh. People, meh. Places, meh. What's the point? Well, that means it's your turn. That means that the next thing that's not gonna be meh is you. And what can you bring out that's not meh? For you, not for me, not what I think is meh or not. Well, what you think is like bubbling with essence. Thank you, Poonam. Peace out. So yeah, purposelessness is equal to melancholy in human design, the other side of extreme creativity. This is basically the 2 ways that I operate. I'm either all in or please leave me alone. There's no such thing as in between for me. I'm either very interested, very engaged, very energetic about certain things, or furniture. And some people are like that, extreme like that, some people not. Some people can be kind of both in and out, kind of lukewarm about everything, and that's their chemistry, and that's also fine. Like kind of steady on the wave. I'm all in, or I'm not in. I'm not interested. I'm not even listening. Please, I have no energy for this. So this is very brutally honest, and most people can't handle this, because when I'm not interested, it's like talking to a brick sometimes. Or I just leave, and people then, why am I not good enough? No, I'm just this. And then if I am interested, you will know it. So it's very honest, and to some people this is triggering. For some people it's very easy to know. Like, I'm very clear. You don't have to guess what I'm thinking. Like, you don't have to guess what's happening. And this is how I want my relationships to be. This is very clear. You're either interested in what we're talking about and we are exchanging energy, or you're not, and I will feel it, and then just let us go our separate ways. There's another day tomorrow. It's very easy to communicate like that. It's very clear. Because then you'll know that if I'm engaging, that means that it's interesting and that I'm giving you my full attention. But if it's not, you know it's not, and it's better like that. I won't get bitter and you won't get... Please. Please. Sometimes I can build things, and when I'm meh, I want to burn it all down. Oh well. Welcome, Cat Blue. Speaking to a wall. It's like speaking to a wall. Sometimes I can build things, and then when I'm meh, I want to burn it all down. Yeah, that's good. Maybe you don't need to burn down that, or you don't need to burn down everything. But that's the rhythm of life. There are times when you create, and there are times when you purge, when you want to give things away. And those are good times. That means that you're ready for new things to come. But don't burn it all down. Give things away that you're not using. Throw things away that are garbage in your surroundings. Stop focusing on things that don't give you energy at all. Stop focusing on people that are stuck in loops. Don't watch content that brings you down. Don't scroll social media, because we only have so much mental capacity in a day. Where are you gonna put it? Where are you gonna put it? Same as physical, same as spiritual, same as emotional. Where is it gonna go? All donations greatly appreciated. If somebody's message, somebody's question did not go through, sometimes Insight Timer caps 50% at least of my messages, and I see people that were on alive afterwards in the little bubbles. And if those people ask questions, I can only see the ones that pop up. Sometimes some of those don't pop up. So if you ask a question, you get ignored. I hope you will recover one day from this immense trauma of being ignored on a live that's free. I hope you'll live. Ask me anything: emotional, mental, spiritual health, human design, relationships, life advice, movement, and energy. Can you talk a little bit about how our something or other energy can mess up electronics? We got our hands on like electronic cards, street light, even a digital scale. Yeah, KC, she's in a chat here. She told me that when she's around electronics, things burn out. So I'm guessing though that's you manifesting generators with your intense aura fields, I believe that can mess up electronic energy. People that are, yeah, I think Cat Blue, you're a Mani-Gen as well. I really believe that you guys with your emitting aura that you can mess up electronics. I really don't doubt that that's possible. I mean, if I'm very influenced by electronic fields, why wouldn't electronic fields be influenced by me? Just that I'm a projector and I don't emit energy. You guys emit energy, so it makes sense that you can influence it. Anything to work on to help? Like what? You want to save the electronics from yourself? That's what you're asking. How do I save my electronics? You put a projector between yourself and the screen. No, I don't know. I have no idea. I know how to take care of the body, not so much about how to take care of your laptop against yourself. You pay someone else to do computer work for you. You get someone else to do all of your electronic work. Grounding while in contact with them. We got an electrician in the house coming with the advice. We have to accept our power and responsibility. S&T happens in my presence. What's S&T? Yeah, with great power comes great responsibility. Yes. No doubt it's getting, I want to be able to buy something and have it work, then take it back to the store and not watch them make it work and then take it home and it doesn't work again and again. Cat Blue, I think you're gonna have to move and live in the store. I think there's no other way. I think you're gonna have to live inside the store. H, I'm looking for an answer to heal my grandmother's ALS. Have you heard of fascia maneuvers or other work? My friend, I do this every day in the morning. There's a live that you can attend. My live fascia maneuvers. I'm a fascia maneuver coach and other work. I do specific things like that. You can come on my live or send a DM on Insight Timer. If you have any inquiries about any of these things like that, you can always send me messages on Insight Timer, send me inquiries on Insight Timer, or find me in the world. Find the link to the website on the profile. I Create Lines is the profile. Find ways to get in touch with me. I'm a fascia maneuver coach. I do hands-on work. However, this is online. It's in my day-to-day life. On Insight Timer, I am online class coach. We do a class, fascia maneuver class. Bring your grandma to the class. We manifested it. I've been talking about grandmas being on the couch, fused with the couch, not moving for decades. And now we got grandmas on here. Bring your grandma to class. There we go. There we go. There we go. It's Bring Your Grandma to Class Day. Yeah, H, you come to the right place. I'm the person. I'm the person. I'm a fashion maneuver coach. I will bring my elderly mom another grandma. How do I DM you on Insight Timer? You find my profile, I create lines, and somewhere should be a messaging option. If you don't, then get an app. So either try on the PC or get an app for your phone. One of those two needs to have a message option on my profile. The profile is somewhere here at the edge of the screen, or just look up I Create Lines. If you can't find any of that, just search me in the world. My name is I Create Lines. Just find ways to contact me. Find ways to contact me. I cannot advertise anything outside of Insight Timer. I can only tell you to search yourself. Lovely view, yes. Infinite waters. Heather's grandma as well. Please, only the grandmas, not the couches. The dream finally comes true. We're starting to have grandmas on. I hope nobody thinks of it like a fetish. I just want to help people heal. New place? It's, yeah. It's kind of like a little gazebo thing. I have like 25 gigabytes to spend until Sunday, so I'm doing it. It's the same. I mean, it's not the same. This feels better. This feels like a change of scenery a little bit. This is about 10 minutes bike ride from the place with the palms. Where are you at? Beautiful seaside. I am in North Carolina Beach. I have my mom signed up to your lives as well. Oh my God. We're getting the grandmas off the couches. The couches are crying. Since when do you care about what people think? Well, since I need to be a little bit careful what I say online, because every single platform has their own butts that they can be heard about. So every platform, I need to tiptoe around certain things. So in order to stay here, so everybody gets triggered by something, and every place has its rules. So it's not like I care what about people think. I care about staying online. So that's why I kind of need to gauge what I'm speaking about, depending on where I'm speaking about. So I love Insight Timer, so I need to be careful not to advertise anything outside of Insight Timer. So that's why when I say find me, that's all I can say. I'm here on Insight Timer. I'm also in North Carolina. I'm also in the world. And if you know that the name is I Create Lines, that's all you need to know if you need to contact me. Human design question. Welcome, Aria. Guys, I hope you follow and check out all my courses. Thank you for the donations. If you're using Apple device, please donate through the teacher profile directly, so the Apple does not take 30% of your donation. If you're using Android, you guys don't care. You donate wherever you wish. Check out all the courses. Ask me questions in the courses. They're all here on Insight Timer. Human design question. Personal brand versus choosing a business niche for multi-passional mani-gens. Personal brand versus choosing a business niche. Okay, so personal brand would be sort of like Aria Human Design, Aria Mani-Gen Guidance. And then business niche would be, okay, so what would be a business niche for you? How would that look like? A personal brand would be ARIA guidance for many-gens, let's say. And then a business niche would be human design for bakers, for all bakers, right? Something like that. Or human design for kindergarten teachers. Help me out with this. Help me out with this, Arya. Give me example of each. Like having a personal brand with diverse offers versus going all in on one niche at a time. Example, mentioning all that you do versus help ABC with XYZ. Okay, so mentioning all that you do versus help ABC with XYZ. So being a generalist versus being a specialist. I would say, depending on your capabilities and knowledge, I'm both. I'm both a generalist and a specialist. I'm a generalist because I've learned and read unbelievable amounts of books in my life. And that's why I can speak the basics on a lot of stuff. And I'm a specialist because I'm a projector. And I can dig deep into things naturally. For you, I would have to see the chart. For you, I would have to see where your energy lies. Other than that, Mani-Gen, don't restrict yourself. Follow the sacral. Do niching until the sacral carries you. And then do general until the sacral carries you. You should not feel restricted. And you should stop when you feel restricted. And you should go when you feel unrestricted. And it's going to be your thing. Not anyone else's in that matter. Nor do you need other people to go with you. So don't try to control people. Don't try to get people to go faster. Just you have your pace. You know when to stop. You know when to go, depending on your sacral. If you don't, you need a projector to ask you good questions in your life. You need a projector coach to calibrate your sacral for you. Is it fair to give up expectations for your personal life for the sake of mental health? Sometimes I wonder if I stopped caring, I would be more happy than ever. Yes. Howard, welcome Howard, is wondering the same thing. Is it fair to give up expectations for your personal life for the sake of mental health? I would say keep your expectations real. You need to have things in your life that feed you energy if nobody wants to play with you. You need to have passions that are only yours. You need to have activities in a day that are only yours. You need to have things that if nobody has time for you, if the weather is horrible, if the food is not what you want it to be that day, if there's no food that day, you need to have things set in place for your daily life that feed you serotonin, dopamine, so all the major hormones, movement, circulation. If nothing is there that day, oxytocin, you are not depleted, you are not lacking, you are not fearful. You need to be responsible for your energy so that if anything you expect there to be is not there, you're not devastated. We should not be devastated or anxious to the point of, oh my God, what now? You need to set up your life so that you're never in that state. A sage is never disappointed. A watermelon would be awesome. No watermelon today? All right, what is there today? Cucumber? All right, cucumber today. Maybe watermelon tomorrow. I wanted to go to the beach today. Not good enough weather. Are you gonna be devastated? Are you gonna throw a tantrum? Are you gonna ruin other people's lives for it? Are you gonna say, God, why is it not why is there's no sunshine today? Why, God? No, you're gonna do other things because life is ever abundant with many things. A child wants to play outside, they can't play outside, they're gonna find a bucket in the house, and that bucket is gonna be a spaceship. You need that mentality. There's always abundance in this world. There's always things to focus on. Never be in lack. Never be in lack. There's always things to be, there's always beautiful things. There's always things to be grateful for. Never throw temper tantrums or blame other people for not getting what you want. You either did not do what you needed to do, did not vocalize what you needed to vocalize, did not communicate what you needed to communicate to get what you needed, or the thing that you need, you don't actually need. And go do something else. Just like kids. I'm gonna go play with something else. I'm just gonna go play with something else. So I love to have things. And I have my own coping mechanisms. When things go wrong, when I'm afraid, when somebody breaks a promise, when I know how to regulate my emotions without blaming others, without blaming myself, and without being devastated for the day. You wake up in the morning, somebody did not reply to your DM. Oh my God, I just woke up, and am I gonna let this ruin my whole day? No. Maybe they're busy. Maybe they're gonna answer in 3 hours. Maybe they're gonna answer tomorrow and say there was a power outage or whatever. So whatever things happen in your life, just give it time. Give it time, give it space, give it 50 breaths before speaking about it, before doing anything about it. Nothing in life happens overnight. People need time and space. You need time and space. Yeah, we all get affected by external situation, but you get my point. Okay, we got karma in the building teaching us the expectation for your personal life should be contiguous with your mental health. Yeah, meaning you know your capacity and then do life in your own capacity. That's wonderful. I guess I've been a bit resistant. All you hear is that you need to do only one thing and confuse your audience. Maybe it's worth taking a chance. Some people are here to be generalist and to teach basics to as many people as possible. Some people are here to be specialists and to teach specific things to not a lot of people. I'm more of a specialist. I'm infinitely more of a specialist than a generalist. I've spent a lot of time in my life learning basics of many things that I can easily be a generalist. My specialty is to be a specialist. You might be 50-50, and that's fine. Like, it's fine. You need to try it out. Many gens can go very quickly from 0 to 1,000, and then from 1,000 to a 0, and then dip into something else, 0 to 1,000, 1,000 to a 0. But I gotta tell you, don't expect other people to go with you at that pace. And also another thing, many gens, you guys are the source of energy. Many gens, you guys are the most powerful source of energy of all the types. If you want energy from somebody, something is off. If you are needy, if you need other people's energy, your entire sacral is something is very off. Because me as a projector, if you're a Mani-Gen and you need energy from me as a projector, the whole universe is upside down. I as a projector should be like this, doing nothing, and Mani-Gens should be running the place. So your sacral is being invested in completely things that are frustrating you. So, as a business owner or whoever, most of you guys will be Mani-Gens and Gens. If you're lacking, you just need your sacral calibrated with good questions and ideally projector guidance. Mani-Gens, manifesting generator. That's a short term for manifesting generator. 35% of all population, according to human design. I'm going to learn this term here in this session, Mani-Gen. I'm going to research. You can go into my courses, guys. All of the stuff that I'm talking about is in all of my courses. Human Design Basics, Human Design Intermediate, Human Design Advanced, Projector Specific Masterclass, and I Ching 64 Gates Masterclass. It's all here on Insight Timer. You can ask questions in the courses, you get voice memos back, and all inquiries about any of the stuff that I'm talking about, please DM me on Insight Timer. If that's somehow unavailable for you, find me in the world. Find me in the world. The name is I Create Lines, and find ways to get in touch. Heather, yeah, this is true. People cannot match the pace. And when people cannot match the pace for Mani-Gens, you guys can get very controlling. You guys can get very controlling and frustrating that everyone else is not running at your pace. And please don't do that, guys. Please don't do that. Because it's not about control, it's about freedom. Guys, generators, it's not about control, bending the world to go at your pace. It's about you being free to go to 7 locations while other people visit only 2. But let the people visit the 2. You go visit your 14 locations. You go do your 14 activities. While me as a projector, I do 1. Just don't ask for people to do things at your pace. Or for people to be excited as you are about things. If you come to somebody with your excitement and that person is not excited about it, Well, that's fine. Like, I'm interested in anime. What if you're not interested in anime? I can't make you be interested in anime. Does that mean that I'm not good enough? Does that mean that I need to take it personally? No. It's just that I have things that I'm interested in, you have things you're interested in. You're interested in buckets. I don't give a damn about buckets. Even though personally I love buckets, because just saying buckets makes me go pigeons. Pigeons is an adjective in my world. It means stupid funny. So Melody, you're a generator. Everyone that's a generator should have a projector in their life, calibrating their sacral, asking them good questions. May, I'm a projector. My daughter is a Manny Gen. I have a difficult time functioning with her. She's a teen, but I'd love to know how to handle this. I can definitely help you with this. You just need to reach out. You need to send me a message on Insight Timer or find ways to contact. Insight Timer is a very clean and closed community where we don't advertise anything outside of Insight Timer. So the only thing I can tell you, you need to find ways to get in touch. This is a Q&A. There's a profile named I Create Lines. You need to find ways to send me a message through the profile, or find the website through the profile, or search for I Create Lines. Yeah, I'm a projector, guys. I'm a splenic projector. I started your human design course. I'm enjoying it. Thank you, May. Everyone that's in my course, any course, please ask me questions in the course classroom. I love answering questions. It boosts the engagement of the entire course on the website Insight Timer, so many people will see it. And also, every single question gives me income. Every engagement actually gives me income at the end of the month. So either ask questions in the course, find ways to get in touch with me. I'm a projector. Yeah, these are all options for you. If you enjoyed today's live, a donation is amazing. Any amount. If you're using Apple, donate through the profile. If you're using Android, donate right now. Doesn't matter. Just that Apple takes 30% if you donate while the live is going on. If you donate with Apple on the profile, then you give me the 100% of everything. And I don't mean 100% of your bank account. I just mean the 100% of your donation, whatever it is. All inquiries, like I said, find ways to get in touch. Send me a DM on Insight Timer. I got 59% battery. There's still light out here, so we don't have to cap it at 1 hour. We can go for longer, as long as there are good questions. And so far, good questions have come. I Create Lines is the name, guys. Find me. I'm a splenic generator. Should I seek a splenic projector? Yeah. That would be amazing. I'm a splenic projector. That would be dope for you. I could teach you. I can answer good questions and ask you good questions. Arya, come to the lives. I is my projector and he helps me. Your friendly neighborhood projector. Oh, there you have it. What you seek is also seeking you. There you have it. Yes, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Because what is spleen? Spleen is the spidey sense. So I am Spider-Man. I make decisions just like Spider-Man. My spidey sense is tingling. I gotta get out of here. I don't know why, but goodbye. I just get this feeling of this is not good for me. So long. That's the spleen. And that could be air quality, food, emotional state of the person next to me, the environment, the place I'm at, um, the length of time that I've spent doing something. Could be anything. Healthy versus unhealthy. Spidey sense is tingling. I gotta go. Hey man, you just got here. I know, man. I know, but but Spidey sense is burning. I guess I'm a projector. I wasn't familiar with this, but something new. My design sense of smell, which I have always said is my superpower. I'm a chef. Nice karma. Dope. Go into my courses. Go into projector. If you're a projector, check out Projector Masterclass. Projectors also need to learn from other projectors. So what better place than where you are here with me? I think I'm gonna incorporate maybe 3 Q&As every week. So every single day in the morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have breathwork, fascia maneuvers, and qigong session. And that's every day. However, these Q&As are amazing at night. My cognition is very good at night, so we're gonna have evening Q&As at least once a week, ideally 3. We'll see. They're not gonna be regular, but if you follow and have the notification bell turned on every single live, you're gonna have a I Create Lines is going live. How does one fix insomnia? Linda, insomnia is more natural than you think. It's sleeping which is not so natural. So I wouldn't worry about fixing insomnia. I would fill it up with creative stuff. Start a new business, start a new hobby, learn to play the guitar, exercise, go for long walks. I wouldn't fix insomnia. I would fill up the time with all the stuff that you don't have time for in a day. If you feel you can stay up. If you feel you can stay up, I would fill up that time with good stuff. You can read books. You can make stuff and then sell it, and then all the stuff that regular people don't have time for, you have time for now. I'm a Manny Gen married to a projector. I think that helps. Poor projector. Poor guy. Sleep gives us healing and better energy. Depends. Enough sleep? Yes. Too much sleep? Reverse. He's always helping me sort things out, asking questions. Your projector needs to have his own space and sleep alone, Heather. If you two are sleeping in the same bed, he doesn't know who he is. Everyone's sleep requirements are different, and they vary based on what you eat and what you do in a day. Yeah, I'm not sure about sleep. I'm kind of on a brink. If I'm purely on liquids and juices, I need 4 hours max. If I'm fasting, don't even ask me if like how much sleep I need. If I'm fasting, I can finish a whole course in 48 hours. So, what is sleep? I don't know, guys. This is one of my questions as well at this point in my life. How much sleep do you really need if you're not digesting and your colon is clean? So there's nothing in your colon, your gut is empty. Yeah, it depends. It depends what I eat. And it depends on a lot of stuff. And this is all very individual, so I can't give you specific answers for you individually. I would have to know your entire background and speak to you a little bit so I can give you specific answers. And we can do this on a live. So I Create Lines is my profile. You can always send me DMs. You can always find me in the world. Your energy level seems amazing, but again, this is my second time. My energy is like this because I've been on liquids today. I've been only on juice today, and I've done a lot of cycling, and I'm next to the sea. The sea air is food. Sea air is electric. And it's also night. I'm either very energized during the night or it's like depends on what I eat. My energy is like this because I've been only on juice today and I've digested it all. I've stopped eating like 3 hours ago. So I'll have the best energy levels if I eat for a 6-hour window. So from 12 to 6 p.m. is all of the intake that I do for today. That's what I've done today. First juice was 12, second juice was 5, and by 6 p.m. I'm done for today. And then, so I've done only 6 hours eating window, and in these 6 hours I've only drank juice. None of my energy is going into digestion anymore today. It's all done. Like for 2 hours already, it's done. Yeah, hunger is another thing, guys. The feeling of hunger is just your stomach returning to its original size after it's been raped by big Happy Meal, but with Big Macs and huge portions. Do you know that your stomach is the size of your fist? And every time you eat more than this, you're basically putting stress on your body. So what is this? 1 orange, 2 pieces of broccoli, 1 potato. And what do we eat for a meal? So anytime you feel sleepy and a little bit stupid after eating, you know what you've done. I can see this with people. Like my grandpa, for example. I'm having a conversation with my grandpa and he eats a meal, a regular meal. I can just call it. I can just be like, okay, grandpa, you're gone. You're gone. There's no way, like, the conversation immediately goes to unable to speak to the person. They just can't follow along anymore. All of the oxygen from here just went straight down into trying to digest 7 times the amount a regular human is meant to eat. And then you eat 5 times like this a day, and you wonder why you have no energy for stuff. Food is not energy, guys. Food is entertainment. or a burden, or a numbing agent to suppress emotions. For me, sleep is where I go to work out my deep stuff that I gotta work out. Alright, if you can do it like that, that's amazing. Yeah, all of us were overeating. I'm on the thin side. I sleep about 4 to 5 hours. I told that I need to eat more and sleep more. No. I'm also on the thin side, and I eat very little. This is me. I have zero body fat. I'm mostly on liquids. Literally 0% body fat. I eat only fruits, fruit juices, and occasional veggie or two. And you can see my energy right here. You can see my cognition firing right here. And this is a day when I'm on liquids. If I was eating like papayas, I would be much slower. I would end the live probably 30 minutes ago. It only depends on your belief system. You should see how people looked like in the 60s and in the like 1800s. Nobody was fat, not even obese, like America obese, not even Europe fat and overweight. Nobody had any weight on them. Almost just everyone was just muscular. Nobody had guts carrying around. Nobody had residue of any kind. It's only in the last 30 to 50 years is that people accumulate stuff in their bodies. My Jewish mother would be on you with bagel sandos and chicken soup. My Balkan grandma is worse. My Balkan grandma would be just have steak and nothing else. Just have steak, nothing else. Sometimes we prepare dinner only for our 5-year-old son as he's a growing person. Well, now we're getting into some things that are pretty far to stretch people's minds. Like I say, what is food? And I don't want to go into food too much. People get triggered very quickly. Food is the biggest attachment. So when I start speaking about detaching from that attachment, it gets ugly. Any more questions other than comments about food? If you eat just fruit, is that high sugar intake? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's fruit sugar, which if your body is adjusted to, is amazing for you. Your body can adjust to anything. Just like, let's say I've turned my body from a regular engine to a Tesla engine, and now it runs on different kind of energy, and you can choose what kind of engine you want in your car. So my body runs on fruit sugars. Well, my body runs on movement and good air and purpose and good communication about things that I enjoy. So my body runs on wanting to be alive and fruit sugar. So if you have only fruit sugar and you don't have movement and good air quality and a purpose and a passion, it's not going to be enough. That's why most people cannot transition to this type of lifestyle fully, because you can't remove, you are either stimulated energetically like this or chemically. And if you don't have this level of creativity and purpose and this level of movement in your life, then you need the food to stimulate you. If you're going to give up most of the food that most of humanity is on, you need to replace it with movement, breathing, purpose, creativity, good conversations, soul food. Otherwise, you're going to starve yourself. If you get off of 90% of the mucus diet and you don't go into your purpose, it's not going to be good. I find raw diet hard to digest. If you want to switch to a raw diet, it's going to take you 7 years. If you're eating a standard American cooked mucus diet and you want to switch to a raw diet, you need to give yourself 7 years. To change the body significantly, transitioning slower and slower and slower to raw food so that your body can take it. You need to have a very clean body, free of mucus, and very efficient and very good movement and air intake in order to digest raw food. That's how many people fail on vegan and raw vegan. They try it for a month. Oh, this is not working for me. Oh no, oh, really? You really gave it a shot, didn't you? If you've been eating something for 40 years, you think you're gonna shift to something else in a year. How to cope with world energy that is draining, dysfunctional, hard to understand. I don't watch news or read newspaper, I'm aware and it's there. So that's all you can do. Be aware that it's there, and also be aware that there are infinite realities as there are infinite people. Okay, there's not infinite people, but every person is a universe. And you need to curate your focus and focus on things you want more of. And every single day, people around you and the news and everything is trying to steal your attention away. It's very important to curate your focus and spend mental activity only on things you want more of in this world. No complaining, no gossiping. Don't even speak about things like, oh, there's this thing happening in the world. You're already giving it power. Speak about creative stuff with people you're building with. That's all you need to do. What type of breathwork do you do regularly? Come to my session tomorrow morning, you'll see. Everyone, come to my movement sessions. We do 6 healing sound breathwork and breath retention. Also, you can send me an inquiry personally on Insight Timer about any of these questions. I love being on a raw food diet. I have very high energy. Yeah, Melody is a raw foodist like me. Long-term raw foodist. There's also a 6 healing sound meditation in my elemental balancing course. KC is a raw foodist as well. I stopped watching news and media. Sometimes now I go and watch it and just laugh. I go and look at the portal for Croatia. Let's say Croatia, you know, the local Croatian website for news, and those headlines: crisis, you will not believe, on the horror of, and then you open up and then it's kind of like a cat in a tree. But those words are like, oh my God, you will not believe the chaos in the streets. The chaos in the streets. And then I open it up and it's a guy that was speeding at 5 a.m. in the morning, and somebody reported and had a picture. Chaos in the streets. Transitioning diet 2 years, steaming vegetables. Yeah, if you guys, steaming and baking certain vegetables can be a good transitioning point. Look up mucusless diet healing system. This is the transition. Mucusless diet healing system. Yeah, you can look up all these things. You can send me a message on Insight Timer and inquire about whatever question you have about whatever we're talking about. Also, find me in the world. If you can't find ways to contact me here on Insight Timer, just search. You know, I'm out there. The truth is out there for truth seekers. Celery juice. Celery juice for heavy metals. Today I had, my first juice was cucumber, celery, parsley, cilantro, lemon, and apples. This was my first juice, green juice. Second juice, one cantaloupe. Everyday healing, transforming, and gratitude. Throw some ginger in there, throw a pineapple in there. Yeah, get organic as much as you can. However, don't be afraid if it's not. You know, don't be, we are much more resilient. Okay, guys, find me at I Create Lines, Human Design, audio courses, messaging option for all inquiries, donate to support, share on social media, invite people on my lives, come tomorrow morning for a movement session. Other than that, send me messages if you have any inquiries about any of this stuff. You can also find me in the world, find links to the website on the profile. I Create Lines is the name. Do your research if you need to get in touch. Thank you, Poonam. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Melody. Thank you, Karma. Thank you, Heather. David, Linda, Melody, if I didn't say it before. Heather, Karma. I don't know what I said before. I'm just repeating. Linda, Poonam again, Karma again, Linda, Melody again, Heather. There were other